we approaching?
A zebra crossing.
Okay, and what have we got on the zebra crossing?
No pedestrian.
Yeah, what else have we got? The zigzag lines. Can we overtake on the zigzag lines?
No, I can overtake. I'm going to turn left to the right a bit.
Okay,
I can overtake a bicycle, providing it's not stopped at the crossing. Yeah.
and what else? Before we overtake a cyclist that's not stopped at the crossing, what else have we got to make sure of, Tony?
I don't know, really.
Well, we've got to make sure that it's clear. You know, we've got a clear view, and it's safe.
Yeah.
And why do you think that is, Tony? What would be the danger if it wasn't clear or we couldn't see?
Well, then I might run over a pedestrian, mightn't I?
You might, yeah. Okay, so what are we approaching now?
Oh, it's a zebra.
Yeah. And what do you notice in the middle of the zebra crossing?
Oh, an island.
Okay, and would you treat that as one crossing or two separate crossings?
Oh, it's two, isn't it?
It is, correct.
And we're going to turn right.
And take next road on the right. What do we have to be aware of with those sort of twin crossings? You know, where there's the island.
I don't know, really.
Well, pedestrians may well just treat it as one crossing and just go right across.
And we're going to turn left. Alright.
So you should always use like extreme caution with them. Okay, Tony. Also, to ask you another question regarding crossings. When you're in a queue of traffic and it's slow moving,
Yeah.
Where do you sort of wait? Do you wait on the crossing or just behind the crossing?
Yeah, turning left. Oh, I have to wait at the just for the giveaway line, I'm not.
Yeah. Why is that, Tony?
Or a stop line. And we're going to turn left.
And turn left, please. Yeah. Why is that, Tony?
Because if I stop on the crossing, I'm going to get nicked by the police. And,
Yeah.
The pedestrian could walk into the car, especially one who's got bad eyesight.
Yeah. Could do.
And you follow up with.
Yeah. And what's the danger there?
And you follow up with.
Well, what's the consequence?
How do I judge?
How do you judge?
I just know it, really.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, what you can use is you can use the same as you did with your T-junctions for stopping. You can use it on the zebra crossing where to stop.
What do you mean I can use one?
Well, basically, when you with the actual giveaway line,
right.
and take next road on the right, please.
Oh, you mean a reference point?
Yeah, you can use a reference point.
Oh, that's an idea. He needs a reference point, doesn't he?
He does a bit. He stopped over the line, didn't he?
You stopped in your lap, Harry. That'd be a good video, wouldn't it? Not for you, it wouldn't be, because you wouldn't get a chance to watch it.
No.
Now we're going to turn right.
And take this road on the right, please. Okay, other than Puffin and Pelican crossings, which we dealt with, what other type of crossings have we got, do you think? We haven't got many round. We haven't got any round here. But what other types of crossing may we come across?
Oh, there's then one for horses, isn't it?
Yeah, what's that called?
Sorry?
What's that crossing called?
It's the Latin word for horse, isn't it? Pegasus or something like that?
Yeah, Pegasus. And it's got another. There's another name for that as well. Another for horses.
Yeah.
Equestrian crossing.
All right. Yeah.
And then what other type of crossings have we got?
Oh, two can.
Yeah, and what does that mean?
Oh, two can use it.
Yeah.
Cyclists and pedestrians, isn't
Crossed. Correct. Can you think of any other type of crossings we may have?
it? No, I found that.
Okay, once you make it outside of school,
Oh, school crossing, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're going to turn right.
and take next one on the right, please.
I've got a massive spotlight in my rear mirror at the moment.
Could be that camera, because a lot of the cameras, isn't there? So it is?
Yeah.
Alright.
I must see if there's a way in the menu of stopping that coming on.
Put your mirror's got anti-dazzle though, hasn't it?
No, it's not dazzling my mirror, but it's I can see
Alright.
the lights on. Right, we're going to turn left at the end.
So at the end of the road, turn left, please.
Yeah, don't forget the subjects, pedestrians and pedestrian crossings, yeah? You're not seeing him there?
I did, yeah. But he stopped, didn't he? But, yeah. Okay, so what are we
And we're
approaching?
going to turn left again.
Okay, take your next one on the left, please. What are we approaching now?
Around about. Is that what you meant?
No. Okay, what can you see as you approach into this new road?
Oh, zebra.
Okay, so what are you checking for as you approach?
No, there's nobody standing there, so there's no problem.
And why is it when you ever approach a crossing, it's important that you just ease off the gas a little bit?
What, even with zebra crossings?
Even with zebra ones, what's the danger of just rushing up to them? I know there's no one waiting there, but say someone had sort of come out of one of the shops, say a little kiddie or whatever, and just ran across and you speed it up.
Yeah, my instructor really tells me that if I know there's nobody in the area of the zebra crossing, he doesn't want to see me slow down.
Yeah, I'm not meaning slow down, that is ridiculous, but all I mean is keep the speed steady and just consider just easing off a couple of miles just to give yourself time. Because something comes out of that shop and runs across, we're buying us a bit of
He's
time.
talking about a zebra crossing where there's nothing there. There's nobody got a chance of getting to me.
Alright, yeah. Well, I suppose that sounds fair enough.
And we're going to turn right.
Okay, and taking the next road on the right.
And if we find a safe, legal and convenient stopping place on the left hand road.
And if we find a safe, legal and convenient stopping place on the left.
Okay, relax. How'd I feel it?
Yeah, alright. Yeah, don't feel too bad at all. It's one of my stronger subjects.
Say?
One of my stronger. I don't know if it was as good, better, worse than last time.
Well, I think it was better
Indifferent.
because there was
Yeah, it probably was better.
the analysation and legal action was better, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was better. I mean, and actually you didn't do that signalling around parked cars. I mean, maybe you didn't get a chance to do it. I didn't know if you were going to do it or not, but you didn't do it.
I didn't get a chance to do it, did I?
But no, that's right. I suppose I could have said to you, "Oh, would you signal past parked cars?" That kind of thing. Just to sort of check your knowledge.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah. The other thing that
Um,
amazes me with these zigzag lines is that nearly all of you remember to ask about the parking, and you do confuse the issue a bit about waiting. Yeah. Parking is actually pulling over and parking. Yeah.
Parking and waiting are two different things, aren't they? Parking is actually parking on the lines, getting out of the car and locking the car. Waiting is sitting on them with you in the seat.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from there, but we had a bit of confusion the last time we done the subject about I mustn't even stop it in the zigzags, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, you're talking about the zigzags, and there is only 2 regulations concerning the zigzags, isn't there?
Yeah. Mustn't park on the zigzag lines or wait on them.
So it's okay to overtake them?
Yeah, and, you mustn't overtake any motorised vehicle.
Yeah, so if there's only...
Except for a pedal cyclist, if
there's only two rules that relate to zigzag lines, I don't know why I keep having to give lifelines on
Okay.
on the second one, yeah? 'Cause if you're
Yeah.
talking about the zigzag lines, then, and you mentioned, you know, I mustn't park and I mustn't wait, then, you know, it really is a good idea to get in and say, what's the other thing I mustn't do, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I like the way you jumped in about the, about where I have to stop. Not to give you any pushing on that, yeah?
What you mean, the reference point sort of thing?
Well, you asked me, you know, where should I wait?
Yeah.
And I did give you a good question. I gave you the right answer.
Yeah.
And then you followed up with a nice question. This is where the analysation sheet works. You asked me how did I judge it? Yeah. And I said, oh, I just know. So in other words, I'm winging it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I sort of came on to what's it? I said about, I know it's a bit off subject, but I was relating it to that a bit on the reference point. I said about the T-junction.
Yeah, and it's.
I mean, that's okay, isn't it?
I'm quite happy to go with that. It makes sense to me at this
Yeah.
state. At this, you know, if I was if I was learning a new subject, I probably wouldn't go with it. But the fact that I have got my test in 10 days' time, then I should be able to make that relation, shouldn't I? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, best luck for your test, and I hope you pass.
Thank you, Harry.
I think you'll be okay. Just remember those signal
I'm gonna
timings.
get this a pause because after you blinded me.